Hi everyone, Ramesh here. Before I start my video, please subscribe, like my channel and share my video and leave comment on comment section. Okay, today I'm going to talk about the Sri Lankan as the government called the LTTE as a rebel. The LTTE stands for Liberation Tamil Tigers Ilam in Sri Lankan country, which fought for their own territory or nation, especially for the Tamils, and the leader is Velupillai Prabhakaran. The LTT was formed, idea to form the LTT before 1980s was begun in Sri Lanka after the Tamil people of the Sri Lankan country take a stand against government to claim their own rights and privileges among the Sri Lankan government. As far as we know, Sri Lanka is a British colony who is independent or gained independent from the British after 1947, which leads to the Sinhalese people to take control of the government or to rule the Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is predominantly lived by the Sinhalese, who is the origin of the Sinhalese is a mixture of local people who is following the Buddhist belief, and around 10% or more than 10% the people in Sri Lanka is Tamil people. So come to the governance of the people or nation, which is fall to the non-Tamil people, which is ruling the government for past more than 65 years. So in terms of the minority, the Tamil feel that they are not keep in check, or they are not given a proper authority to rule the nation, which is linked to the form of the LTTE. So the LTTE leader Prabhakaran, who is formed now, is always told that the government already killed the leader. So that is the second thing. So we come up with the today matter that the LTT, which is banned by the government and an international organization as a terrorist group, was under the control of its leader Velupillai Prabhakaran, which is seeking for their rights and privileges and good attention from the government. So although the Tamil people is the minority in Sri Lanka, they have the voting power and so on. So because of the oppression by the government or suppressed by the Sri Lankan government against the Tamil people, the Tamil people in Sri Lanka form their own organization, as we call as a LTTE. So first thing we want to know is the LTTE actually launched a few operation, as they have a submarine, fighter jet and tank, together with several type of weapon to do conventional war against people who against the LTTE. So is to believe that the LTTE have their own fighter jet that's built by their army or LTTE army to support the LTTE. They also had a few submarines which believed to be modified by the soldiers or army of the LTTE. So, come back to the government and the LTTE clash. Before the battle on 2009 is believed to be, or told by the Rajapakse, Magendra Rajapakse, that the Velupalli Prabhakaran was killed in a final battle in Sri Lanka against the rebellion group as called the LTTE. Prabhakaran has led several attempts and succeed in the most of the attempt to retaliate or fight against the government, as they claim that they get suppressed by the Sinhalese government. So, when it comes to the proper negotiation, and the Sri Lankan government is to believe that the Norwegian mediator function as the mediator in between the Sri Lankan government and the LTT leader to find out solution for the political problem. So even though there was several meeting between the government and the LTT leader or LTT member represent, they failed to reach the agreement that the Sinhalese government agreed to the Prabhakaran's or LTT claim, as they want autonomy area in Sri Lanka. That means although Sri Lanka is ruled by the Sinhalese government, until now its president or prime minister, the Mahendra Rajapakse, since 1983, in between LTT and Sinhalese government, the negotiation failed. That led to the war between the LTT and also the Prabhakaran. So, in the end of the conflict, it's believed that the government source releasing report that the Prabhakaran was killed and the rebellion group wiped out from the Sri Lankan land. So, the real finding of the war between these two persons is unknown till now. So actually, the LTTE is believed or is claimed that they are fighting for their people rights, as their people get suppressed, no political power, and even no their basic right was respected, or their privileges taken by the government. So they claim that they formed such as entity to take care of their race. But Sri Lankan government telling till now, as we know that the Sri Lankan government already bankrupt and waiting for the another successor as a prime minister and also the president of Sri Lanka. We haven't known about the Sri Lankan economy, but in time period of the interaction between the government and the LTT is smooth, but the economy also in a smooth condition. After LTT was wiped out from the Sri Lanka, the economy getting worse as the Sri Lanka government borrow money from the Chinese government to develop their country, as told by the government source and the media. So we as a nation should aware that the such lesson or such situation does not happen in Malaysia, as we can see the rise of the everyday food, fuel, and also the basic necessity of the people rise, because and then the inflation getting bigger and bigger. So we should take lesson or learn from the Sri Lankan economic situation to save the Malaysia and take care of our nation from any disaster or economic disaster. Until next video, thank you very much. Thank you. Please subscribe, like my channel. Please leave a comment on the comment section to improve my video much more better. For those who are subscribed and like my video and watch my video, I extend my gratitude and say thank you very much guys, and see you all next time.